Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome.
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know who it is, man. Your boy, Young Rome 22 on all socials as always. And this is Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I am tonight's host. I'm going to let the fellas introduce themselves. Somebody's taking a bathroom break, so I'm going to throw it to the top left first.
Oh, that's me. What up? It's Scruff, man. Scruff Skywalker, man. Y'all can catch me on the socials. You feel me? I mean, it's one of them, it's been a rough couple of weeks. I ain't gonna hold you in the Eagles country. But we hanging in there, man. We still trooping, you know what I'm saying? NBA season, you feel me? Life is good though. You feel me? I'm optimistic. You feel me? We gonna be all right.
Yeah, man, we about 6-7 weeks deep in the NFL season, NBA season right around the corner. We got some NBA topics tonight as well. But before we get into anything, top right, introduce yourself.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer. Hey, man, I'm still proudly wearing that W on my hat, bro. But it was a rough Monday night. Rough Monday night for sure. We a little late getting started tonight because we had a very, very interesting AI conversation, man. And I'd like to know in the comments what y'all think about this this upcoming AI revolution, man. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Drop your comment in the chat.
Yeah, man, the AI revolution is real, man. The AI revolution is real. But like you said, it was a rough Monday night for Commanders fans. We're going to get into that too here in a little minute. But now that he's back from his little potty break, last but definitely not least, bottom left.
Hey, what's up, fellas? And I just want to shout out to all my college coaches that get fired mid-season and still get to keep all that money. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? Sometimes your aspiration doesn't need to be all pro. Go to the collegiate level. You get all that money and then some. And then you get a little bit more on top. Because if you're a decent head coach, you get a better job with more money. And then when you get fired from those big schools, shit, you could retire.
Yeah, it's not a bad game plan, to be honest.
Think about it. Head coaches' jobs are one of those contracts that are fully guaranteed, even after you're fired.
Speaking of coaches getting fired, let's start there. But let's kick it to the NFL because the Titans just recently fired their head coach, and you can give your thoughts on that situation, which I think was a little premature personally. But I also really want to get everybody's thoughts on the next potential head coach firing, and particularly what's going on in New York. But first, let's start with the Titans and what y'all think about that. Bryce, I'll start with you on this.
Yeah, man. Titans, I don't really feel no sympathy for him just because the way they did my man Rand Carthen. And it's like as soon as he had his opportunity to draft the top quarterback, they got rid of him. And I always think it's strange when you don't do a clean house, right? I feel like if you don't get rid of the GM, you gotta get rid of the head coach. You gotta let the GM choose their own head coach, bro. It just doesn't make much sense to me. It always makes way more sense when the new GM and head coach are coming in together. So when I saw that happen in Tennessee, I think it was pretty easy to predict Callahan getting up out of there. So I'm not totally shocked. I wonder if this was more of a Cam Ward thing than it was a Titans record thing. You had the first pick for a reason, which means you already weren't that good. I do wonder if Cam Ward looked a little better this season if they keep him around and if they're just disappointed with the development of their top overall pick.
Yeah, I'm glad you took it there, man, because that's where I was going to go with it as well. What does this really mean for Cam Ward and what his future? G, I'll toss it to you.
Hey, man, I don't feel bad for the GM getting fired neither. He's the reason why Mike Vrabel left. And they had a thing when Mike Vrabel was there. This GM hasn't been able to get a good roster, whether it's on the defensive side or the offensive side of the football. And this head coach is just as much mediocre. He couldn't draw up good plays for this. You saw the writing on the wall when they were playing these games. And these games was really competitive. Instead of for the last one against Arizona, which was Arizona really lost that game themselves. But besides that, man, if you're looking at Tennessee right now, I wouldn't be surprised he tried to make a push to grab the head coach from Miami and get him out of there and bring him on to the league. I think this is a great look for Tennessee. They're gonna clean up house. We might as well clean up house. They should have did it both weeks instead of doing 1 week and then 1 week later with the head coach now. I'm like, Cam Ward is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of firing coaches mid-season, especially this early, because I don't even know if we can call this mid-season. If you were going to clean house, I think you should have done it a little bit sooner. But Scruff, man, what are your thoughts on the Titans cleaning house, so to speak, and how is it going to affect Cam Ward?
I agree with all y'all when y'all said that it should have been done in unison. I feel like the most important relationships for a successful organization start with the GM, the head coach, and the quarterback. All three need to be in alignment. So that's where they fucked up from the beginning. Now, the hiring of a new coach, now you're basically, your first season is a throwaway season for Cam Ward, right? And he's going to be under proper guidance and coaching? No. So is it a good thing for him right now in the short term? No. You know what I mean? So the coach, because it's not like they're bringing somebody in. They're just upgrading someone else who's incompetent to coach the team. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't look good for them. They're probably going to suck the rest of the season. So I do feel bad for Cam Ward. And then, well, the good news is they'll have a high pick next year for the new coach that they're going to bring in next year. Yeah. So the thing about Cam Ward is that the new coach, it's going to be like Bryce Young situation. It's going to be like, right, the new coach came in and might be like, oh, I want to get my own guy. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, there's a lot of examples of this. You remember when Kyler Murray got drafted? You know what I'm saying? Kingsbury came in there, and they had a first-round pick that they drafted the year before. I think his name was Josh Rosen. He's a bum, but they got his ass up out of there. They say, nah, I'm gonna go get my guy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your first-round pick. You know what I'm saying? So the new regime, that could be a whole different thing. But I do foresee that they're gonna most likely hire a coach. They don't have much going on out there in Tennessee. So if you are gonna go to that job, you're not going out there for any other reason than Cam Ward, because that's the only talented person on the roster. Nah, I said that's a little bit harsh, but that's the star of the show. That's the most upside player that y'all got on the roster. If y'all doing a rebuild, it starts with him. So I think he'll be okay, but it's gonna be a rough season for him. And it's really, really, really long season for him, and I hope he doesn't get negative publicity. And this is a whole nother conversation I could really go on about. Is these quarterbacks don't get enough time, bro. And I really don't want to see that happen to Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? I feel like quarterbacks will not get enough time, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We're gonna talk about him later, but just remember, they benched Baker. You feel me? Baker didn't have enough time. They gave up on Baker, and now he's the MVP or in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Cam Ward, I'm praying for you, bro. It's gonna be really rough.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the next coach can get in there and stabilize things in Tennessee, because Cam Ward's definitely going out the stumbling blocks here out the gate in his career. But let's keep it pushing to another team, a team that's 0-6, man, and the New York Jets specifically is who I want to talk about, and Aaron Glenn. How many more games do you think Aaron Glenn has left this season before the seat for him gets too high? I'll start with you on this one, Bryce.
Y'all laughed at me a few weeks ago when I called it, man. I said, dog, Aaron Glenn, he gonna be one of the first coaches. He on the hot seat, bro. And y'all told me he was gonna get the whole season. He'd be back next year. I said, all right. I knew the moment I saw him high stepping on the sideline, only to lose a few minutes later. I knew what time it was, bro. And I also think to be a head coach in the NFL is not easy. To be a head coach at all is not easy. But you always got to see the full picture as a head coach, right? You can't be celebrating too early. You can't be going off too soon. You can't be snapping on your players, Jonathan Gannon style, right? Got to be level-headed at all moments to see the big picture. I'm starting to feel like maybe Aaron Glenn doesn't have that. Some coaches are just better built for being a coordinator, right? And maybe to Scruff's point, right? Sometimes it takes time to learn these things, right? Just like a quarterback. Sometimes with a head coach, you got to really stick with them, and eventually they figure it out. But I think Aaron Glenn has some things working against him, unfortunately, that won't allow an NFL team to stick it out with him a little longer. So I do see him probably getting fired late in the season, week 14, 15. They'll probably get rid of him. I thought his comments about Justin Fields recently were interesting because Justin Fields is fresh off like the worst quarterback game I've ever seen in my life. And I'm a Commanders fan, so I've seen some rough quarterback games. And then after the game, when Aaron Glenn was asked about it, he kind of acted like Justin Fields' performance wasn't a big deal, right? And even if like you don't want to poo-poo on your guy, right? You got to start a quarterback. You don't want to kill his confidence. You still have to be realistic in that moment as the leader, right? Because I feel like football, they always preach competition. They always preach, next man up. They always preach the best man wins the job. And if you don't take that attitude at all times, then like, when you sit your starting linebacker because he's not playing good, he's gonna look at Justin Fields like, how come this guy never gets sacked, right? So I just felt like there was a level of accountability that wasn't there. So I don't know, man. I think the seat is burning hot for Aaron Glenn. I hope he makes it to the end of the season, but my guess is he gets the boot sometime around week 13, 14.
Yeah, I can't imagine Aaron Glenn making it to the end of the season the way things are going right now. That last game was abysmal. Definitely one of the worst QB performances I've ever seen. One of the worst overall performances I've ever seen because the Broncos weren't necessarily playing that great either. G, man, what are your thoughts on Aaron Glenn out there in New York? And do you think he'll actually last, or his tenure will actually be shorter than Brian Daboll's? Because Brian Daboll's seat was pretty hot for the Giants coming into the season. He kind of flipped the script when he rolled the dice with Jackson Dart. So who goes first in New York?
Brian Dable. Aaron Glenn is going to last. I mean, right now he's kicking himself in the ass because he let Aaron Rodgers leave the building. Like, come on now. You see Aaron Rodgers having a decent season right now with the Steelers, 4-1 right now. And then you look at your roster and you're like, damn, if I had a really good fucking throwing quarterback right now, I don't think we'll be in this predicament right now. At least you'll be like 500 kind of team right now, 2-2. But Brian Dable, man, he sucks. Offensive coordinator's trash. Defense is winning because they're talented up front. I mean, you have Burns, you have top number one picks in there, first round picks in the starting defensive line. And you got a rookie quarterback that no one has film on, really. And then you have you got Scap, what the fuck is his name is? Scatterboo? He's just trying to be CTE, Mr. himself every game. You don't give a fuck. Man, listen, man, Ryan Dable, he's a bum. He showed you that he's a bum. And the Giants keep him, then they're going to be bums. It's only a matter of time before this guy, Jackson Dart, gets fucking exposed. Come on, man. I'm not impressed by Dable's 2-game win. He should have beat the Saints, but hey, man, horrible coaching. Horrible play calling during that game.
You think he makes it to the end of the year?
Yeah, because just because they're gonna see it there. But if there's a better coach out there, they're gonna fire his ass.
Man, you know damn well the white boy saved his ass. His job is good. Dart saved him. He's gonna be good.
He's not gonna be good.
You know who's definitely not gonna be good because they don't have a QB to save him is Mike McDaniel. So Scrap, I want to get your thoughts on the Dolphins QB situation or Dolphins head coach situation, and how long do you think Mike McDaniel's gonna last?
He ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. It really comes to both of them quarterback situations gonna come down to who's gonna get canned first, the quarterback or the coach. You know what I mean? Because it's like almost like eventually the coach gonna be sitting there like, shit.
It ain't the quarterback. The quarterback's getting paid $50 per million for the next 3 years. Some crazy
million, bro. Tua has continually looked like a fucking asshole on the mic, like week after week after week after week after week. I cannot believe like that. Like they just keep trotting them out there. I know that they have to, but like, oh my god, bro, this dude be talking, bro, rambling, calling out his teammates, bro, just sounding like incoherent, bro. Like my man got his bell rung way too many times, bro. He's cooked, bro. Super cooked. And unfortunately for Mike McDaniels, that means he's cooked too. You feel me? So yeah, they both gonna get canned, bro. Tua should have retired with some pride, a couple years ago, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep playing." And it's not looking good for him, bro. So if I was Mike McDaniel, it's gonna sound crazy. I go take a good hard look at Zach Wilson, bro, and go put him in the game. You feel me? The young white quarterbacks are doing well these days. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't help. I gotta. Man, G man, I can't believe you. I mean, I know he's not a Giants fan anymore, but like, Dayball job might be safe, bro. For real. That's how I see it.
After him trying to get into that blue tent, man, they already know, man. Ain't no coach that felt his job to say doing some desperate shit like that. Like, why would you run
He
him?
knew that if Russell Wilson was out there, that he was cooked. But with Jackson Dart, he knows they got something, bro. He was looking at him like he wanted to kiss that man.
Because Jackson Dart
winning. What's it gonna take to get you back in blue, bro?
Nothing, man. Fire Dable. Fire the GM. Well, not keep the GM because he's been finding guys in the later rounds. But
keep the guy that got rid of Saquon.
Hey, man, Saquon ain't do nothing in his last game against Philly.
I think. Obviously we won the Super Bowl, so that that counts for something huge. But
I'm a Chiefs fan. I don't know why y'all keep on telling me this Giants shit.
I like what the Giants is building. Why you
building shit? They're a bunch of bums. They ain't gonna win shit.
When did you become a Chiefs fan? You were rocking with Shador and the Browns. What the hell?
Until Shador starts, I'm a Chiefs fan.
G's have an identity crisis, man. This is identity crisis 101, bro.
There's never no identity crisis, folks. I'm telling you.
Man need therapy, man.
Honestly, like it's sad because it's like he really loved the Giants, and I could see it. Like I can see right
now.
Like I can see it.
I don't love them. I don't love them. I don't want them. What Jay said,
your own pain, bro.
You replace them. You don't love them.
That's how it is. It's like you real brokenhearted, bro.
Lashing out so we could feel you, so we could feel your pain, bro. Like,
hey, I'm a Chiefs fan, man. I don't know nothing about this loser talk y'all got going on here. If I'm not mistaken, we're the only team that won this week.
Yo, you really act like you got broken up with, bro. He said I'm a Chiefs fan. You picking the best looking girl that you seen after the Giants that hurt you, bro.
Hey man, I'm a Chiefs fan, and I'm gonna stand by it.
This is whole activity.
Hey, man. Y'all could be miserable all y'all want. I'm cool.
Okay. Hey, so let's keep it pushing though. Let's mix in the convo we were having earlier and with a little bit of the football talk real quick. We were talking about AI earlier. What's y'all's thoughts on potential AI in sports? What would you think about seeing AI being used potentially as a GM or a GM using AI?
I mean, I thought they did that already. I know they do with the ball where it tells them exactly where the spots at. I know they were doing that earlier during the offseason.
Well, there's some aspects I think within the game that they use, but I mean like a team using an AI for like a draft. What would y'all feel about that?
Man, you think that they not already doing that shit, bro? You tripping, bro. You big tripping, bro. Whether they implemented it into their infrastructure, I don't know. But that's gonna happen eventually too. But like in reality, they already was using it, bro. Like they just like us, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got a job, like, use your AI when you're doing your job. G doesn't, but I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I do.
He does.
I do
utilize it. Shit, I utilize it for my own personal shit. So you don't think these draft dudes is doing that? Hey man, draft me up a draft board. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck yeah, they're using that shit.
Does that lessen the skill of an actual GM? Because now I got Chat GPT. I can't go GM the Washington Wizards.
So I won't say naive, but a little bit just misguided when it comes to what AI can and cannot do. This shit's not gonna just like create some shit for you. Like you gotta guide it to something, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be like, hey AI, like should I draft Jackson Dart or
No, I understand that. I understand that. What I'm saying is, if I'm comparing a GM, a GM of today that can use AI to a GM of the past, does that not lessen said talent of the GM? Because they wasn't using AI in the 80s when they had to build a team.
No, does it lessen you to your father and grandfather because you use a cell phone to look up stuff and they just had to know some shit?
They would say yes.
I would say no because we're getting shit done way faster than them, bro. And then you know what I'm saying, we get
At a horrible quality rate.
I mean, whatever. This is exactly like the same conversation, bro. It's evolution, bro. It's evolution. So you either you get it or you get lost. You know, you got to give it or you get left. You feel me? That's just how it is, bro. So like, if the old school dudes is thriving, go for it, bro. I don't see it. That's not how I see it. I see Bill Belichick out there looking like a dinosaur. This is a different level of sport. But that's what I'm seeing, bro. I'm seeing old school guys out here looking stupid. So, I mean, there is some old school shit like that still exists, bro. But like, that shit better be strong, tried and true. You feel me? There are people that's utilizing both. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, if you're not utilizing it, why not?
Well, to the point of evolution, in football, a lot of people were anti-analytics, and now you fast forward a little bit, you see a lot of people using analytics nowadays. So things definitely can change. Bryce, man, hop in. What are your thoughts on a potential fully AI GM? How would you feel about that?
Yeah, that'd be interesting, man. And you made a good point. Honestly, I was going to bring that up, like how analytics has started to shape the game more and more. You've been using baseball real heavily by a couple teams at a high level. Like the Rays are a notable team who's like small market, but uses AI. End up having
Any high level
over the years. But didn't they win a series like World Series not too long ago? With an AI, with an analytics team. Like they know what they're doing with the analytics.
Baseball is super heavy analytics.
It is, and I think for everything that AI could do, right? Like the one element that it can't replicate is like the human element. And what I mean by that is like, yeah, I could like look at someone's analytics and say this player should be good, but it's not gonna be able to tell me this player is lazy or not. Like, it's not gonna tell me this player is gonna show up late to practice. It's not gonna tell me this player is gonna be a low character guy. If he's gonna do something stupid off the field and get in trouble with the law. Like, it's not going to tell me none of those things. And I think that's where like a GM is always going to be necessary. It's similar to the conversation we were having like before about AI. It's like it can do certain things, but it can never truly replicate that human element, or at least the stages that we've seen of it so far can't truly replicate that human element. Even now, like you got ChatGPT. You know how easy it is to confuse ChatGPT? But yeah, it's just one of the things that eventually maybe gets to that level where it can really replicate that human element, but not now. I would rather see AI being implemented like full scale, like with refereeing. G brought up the point that they're doing something with the ball and on first downs. Really what they're doing is just using camera angles and pairing up all these camera angles to let you know where the ball actually stops. But they could easily put a chip in the ball like they tried.
They do have a chip. They have a chip that literally
using the camera angles. I don't think they're actually. I don't think they actually implemented.
I think this is the first year they actually put a chip in it. That's why they don't do the chain gang no more, because they put the chip in it.
It pinpoints the location.
Okay, so so how is it gonna know when like someone's knee is actually down?
I get the
there's still a human that gotta be like the knee.
Goes back to what you're saying,
right?
On the video angle.
But it's just like one of those things where I think it's still a lot of elements that gotta be addressed with the AI stuff. I wouldn't want an AI GM though. Timbaland just dropped a music video with his new AI artist. So if you're already in the AI, man, just go listen to AI music. What do we need artists for, right?
Timbaland's so smart for that though. He done created a lot of artists low key just off his beats for real.
Yeah. The AI artist is crazy, man. So yeah, I kind of agree with you, Bryce. I don't know if I would be feeling the AI GM. It doesn't cheapen it, but to me, like how far is it gonna go? Like you're gonna have your OC with ChatGPT lining up the plays for you? Like who's really calling what nowadays is what I'm trying to get at. But no, it's an interesting combo, and I'm sure we'll get back to that at some point because AI is definitely the future, whether you like it or not. Whether you win it or not, that's where the times are going. But yeah, man, sticking to sports, specifically the NFL, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's get into that Monday night game that just happened this past Monday night. There was two of them, actually. The Bills lost to Atlanta, which was a bit of a shocker. So I want to get y'all's thoughts on that. Not everybody had Atlanta winning. Atlanta's a bit of a surprise team right now, honestly, in some people's minds. And then there was also the Commanders-Bears game, which ended in shocking fashion again this year, with the Bears winning on a last-second kick. But sticking with the Atlanta game first, man. Scruff, what were your thoughts on the Bills losing to Atlanta down there? And does that take Josh Allen out of the MVP, out as the MVP frontrunner?
So I'm gonna be consistent here. So I don't think the game, the loss, is anything for the Bills to be concerned about. I don't think they need to go out there acting like the sky is falling, like people are saying that it is in Philly. So I mean, what I saw that game was what my theory is mediocre teams, decent teams, middle of the pack teams, they play well at home, bro. I've seen the Falcons play very well at home. Then I've seen them play like shit on the road, bro. So I think that's what happened last night. Just like the Giants beating the Eagles at home. Mediocre teams play well at home, bro. So I think that's what happened, bro. It's not that they look bad. They did lose 2 in a row. Yeah. Was it prime time? Yeah. But like, are you going to sit here and tell me that the Bills are not one of the best 2 teams in the AFC? And if you are, I'm laughing at you because that's not serious, bro. Like, so the Bills are good. I'm not worried about that at all. Falcons look good though. Like, they got some pieces. We've seen what they got, but they young, man. Just like, like I said, like they're in the same quote, conversation as some of these other teams that are like mediocre mid teams. Like, I hate to say it, like the Panthers, who play fucking great at home, 3-0 at home, right? Rico Dowdell's Emmitt Smith inside that building. You feel me? But on the road, they get mollywopped, bro. So like Atlanta, I need to see them do it on the road for me to think that they're really a good team. To me, they're in that middle of the pack. They're mediocre. They're mediocre. So like they're a mediocre team. They're pretty good at home. So they're a pretty good team at home. But on the road, they just like all the other bum ass teams. Like, you know what I mean? So
I guess that's the fair take. I would say I need to see Atlanta do it on the road as well before I put them in the upper echelon. But I would say they're I wouldn't call them mediocre. Bijan Robinson was going crazy. They definitely got some weapons, and the better Michael Penix gets, the better I think Atlanta will be. G, what were your thoughts on that Bills Atlanta game?
They need help on the offensive side. They need another receiver. They need a big player receiver. I mean, none of the guys they have there stood out. They're very inconsistent. 1 week they're on, next week they're off. Then they're using their tight ends more often than none. James Cook hasn't been looking like James Cook in the last 2 games. I think they need help in the offensive side of the ball. They need a better receiver. At least someone to step up and be like, I'm the clear number 1 guy here. That's something they don't have, and they need to make a trade for that.
The Bills were supposed to have Keon Coleman. He was supposed to emerge as their number 1 receiver. It doesn't really seem like that has taken place quite yet. But like Scruff was saying, I wouldn't hit the panic button just yet if I was Buffalo. If things start to snowball, then maybe you might need to make a trade before the deadline. But right now, if I was Buffalo, I probably feel good at where I'm at.
And that's how it be, bro. The shit be switching so quick, bro. Because like 2 weeks ago, everyone was loving Josh. Josh Allen's the MVP because he does it with the mid cast. He does whatever he wants. He turns them all into great, But now it's like, no, he needs a number 1 guy. You know what I mean? Like, make up your mind, man. Like with this stuff, like people be so quick to just be like panicking, like, oh no, like but like literally he won the MVP with those guys. You know what I'm saying? And they were 1 play away from advancing. You know what I mean? Like they could have been in the Super Bowl easily, bro. And this is a crash course, bro. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be the Chiefs versus the Bills in the AFC Championship game. That's what it comes down to, bro.
It could. We'll see though. Bryce, man, what you were actually in Atlanta a couple weeks ago for the Atlanta Commanders game, man. So you saw firsthand what Atlanta can do at home. So what were your thoughts on Atlanta getting that home dub?
Yeah, and before I get to Atlanta, I got to clear something up, man. The ball does have a chip right now, but they're not using it to spot the ball yet. So AI not even where we want it to be yet. They're still using the Hawkeye system with replay assist to determine like spots right now.
What are they using the chip for?
They use it for like velocity to tell you how fast the ball's going. So they're doing certain things with the chip, but it's not able to spot the ball yet. There's still like some margin of error they got to work through. But Atlanta, man, that's a talented football team, bro. They got explosiveness for days on that team. G was pointing out in the group chat that Kyle Pitts ain't living up to it, which I would agree with, man. You would expect more from Kyle Pitts, but once he figures it out and really gets it going with that team, bro.
How many years is it so far?
Bijan, yeah, I mean, he looked bad, but before that game, he had averaged like 4 or 5 receptions a game, was getting over 30 yards pretty consistently. Had a few couple touchdown games. Like he was
talking about 30 yards.
They got a lot of explosiveness on that team, bro. Bijan Robinson is just a monster, bro. That was it, 83 yards or whatever, 92 yards, whatever it was, bro. That one run was crazy, bro. I don't know how he tightrope the sideline and took that hit and kept going like that. Insane, bro. Man, he creeping up my running back rankings list, bro.
What you mean creeping up?
What's that?
What do you mean creeping up?
Like, bro, y'all know how I do, man. You got to prove it. Y'all know I told y'all Derrick Henry was the best running back in the league before anybody believed it. I have recently have someone overtake Derrick Henry this season. It's officially Jonathan Taylor's officially the best running back in the league right now. We got to say that. But Bijan Robinson is in the top 5 for me. And he's an unbelievable talent. Drake London, unbelievable talent. And Michael Penix is, slowly putting together. I think Scruff made a good point where, like, you got to see him at an away game. This is one of the teams that plays in the dome. Nice, pretty, air-controlled environment. You know what I'm saying? Weather-controlled environment. That's a good atmosphere for a young football team. We'll see how it looks on the road, but I think they got a lot of potential. On the other hand, with the Bills, man, I saw a lot of hero ball from Josh Allen, bro. And I think that hero ball comes back to bite him as good as he is, man. Some of the stuff he does feels a little unnecessary. Like he's scrambling for the first down, and he tries to flick the ball instead of just throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like little shit like that is like, bruh, you're costing the team and trying to be the hero, man. Just do the standard thing and get the job done. And I also think that they're not using James Cook enough right now. I get they're trying to preserve James Cook for the home stretch, but he averaging 5.5 yards per carry, and he ends with 15 carries, something like that. Bro, that's not enough, bro. You want to get the play action game going. They want to get the boot game going with Josh Allen. Feed the beast that is James Cook. He just got the crazy deal in the offseason, so I'd like to see a few more carries for him. I also think Dalton Kincaid being out hurt them last night. Dalton Knox stepped in admirably, but that Dalton Kincaid loss hurt.
Kincaid go-to guys.
Facts. And Keon Coleman hasn't looked like the number one guy since week 1. But I also feel like they're not getting enough like Shakir, bro. Shakir's a dog, and he got a good contract in the offseason. I didn't see enough Shakir this last game either. I can't remember if he was playing. It seemed like I didn't see him, so I saw him so little. So they got some things to work out, but I still think they'll be there when it's all said and done. End of the season, Bills will be a problem, and they'll definitely be making some sort of playoff.
Yeah, I think the Bills
game.
are definitely no concerns with the Bills at all. But I definitely want to get back to this Bijan Robinson top running back talk real quick before we move on, man. Like you said, top 5 for Bijan Robinson, so you got 4 guys ahead of him right now.
I didn't rank him, but I still got Derrick Henry over him. I got Jonathan Taylor 1 now. I got Derrick Henry 2. I got Saquon 3. Maybe I go Bijan 4. Shit, if we go on the last 2 weeks, Rico Dowdle looking like he might have to be. He trying to play at that damn top 5 low key. But now I probably it's somebody I'm forgetting though. I'm putting Bijan 4, but I feel like it's somebody. I feel like there's somebody I'm forgetting. But Bijan is in my top 5 running backs, and he wasn't in there last season for sure.
Did you say McCaffrey?
Yeah, that's the guy. That's one of the guys where it's hard for me not to put McCaffrey at that 4 spot, but them injuries, what have you done for me lately? I probably still lean McCaffrey over Bijan.
If we're talking what have you done for me lately, I don't know how you got Henry at 2, right?
Bro, Henry's
Yeah.
fresh off 122 yards with no Lamar Jackson. Like, he just gave you 122 on like 18 carries, no Lamar, so no threat of the quarterback run. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Henry are definitely up there, but I think running back is definitely a what have you done for me lately position. And for that reason, Bijan is number 2. Feel me? To me, it's Taylor, Bijan. I'll probably throw Derrick Henry number 3, and then I'll probably go. It's close between McCaffrey and Barkley. Barkley.
Yeah, you don't just get like, maybe y'all do it more like power rankings. Like if it's a power ranking system, I get it, but I do it like who is the best player, bro? Like who's actually the best player out of these guys? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I do it more like Madden rankings. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got Bijan's in my top 5, but he's not overtaking Derrick Henry, and really it's hard for me to put him over Christian McCaffrey just like off of these, you know, last couple games. Like I don't let the recency effect get to me, bro.
Now you got legacy rankings. That's what you're doing.
Nah, it's like it's all encompassing, bro. Like you still cooking, and you still.
So where you put Gibbs in this?
Who?
Gibbs.
Oh yeah, Gibbs is definitely top 5.
Gibbs up there for me, but I think he's probably like, you know, top 10. But I don't got him in my top 5. He's up there though.
Nah, I think Gibbs top 5. I don't know if I can keep him. Henry probably still top 5 for me too, but I would have to look at it though.
Henry, bro, where Henry be cooking this season, bro? It's just like he's not winning, but like Henry cooking.
Yeah, and he was crazy last season too. He had like 1,900 last season.
Bro,
you know what's crazy?
Devin Henry only
talking about, bro. Like,
bro, it's been 6 games, and he only did all this yardage out of 2 games, bro. The game before 23 yards, 50, 42, 33, and then that big game against the Bills where he had 122. Besides that,
he's still top really 7 in rushing right now.
He still has not really going off.
Bijan got 484 after the game he just had.
You also got to remember, Devin Henry has fumbled almost in every game this year.
That's been.
All right, come on now.
That's why I knocked him down. That's why I got Jonathan Taylor number 1 right now. Like he's not my top running back no more. He's been my number 1 running back for the past 4 or 5 seasons. So I did knock him down.
You're not gonna put James Cook in there neither.
James Cook is a dog.
Nah, Cook that's top 5 yet.
James Cook is a dog to me. But if you got Bijan top 5 and not James Cook, and you talking about recency, I don't know what we talking about. Because James Cook been better than Bijan last season into this season. So like I don't know how y'all rank him.
You know, all right, we have to get back to this running back talk because it is interesting. But one name that I noticed wasn't popping up a lot just now was Saquon Barkley. That might actually have to do more so with the Eagles' overall struggles. Let me backtrack. I don't want to skip over the Commanders' Monday night loss. We can get to that first before we go to the Eagles. My bad. I'm gonna start with you on that one, Bryce. Commanders, we took a tough L Monday night, last second field goal loss to the Bears after beating them on a Hail Mary last year. So what were your overall thoughts on that game?
Where do I start? I got a lot of thoughts about that game. I'm gonna try to condense them though. Like overall, I feel like this is a game where Commanders definitely lost it more than the Bears won it, but that doesn't really matter in NFL. Like, you know, you are what your record says, you are what the final score says, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Bears for doing enough. When you have 3 turnovers, right, and you don't force any turnovers, and it's really crazy to be in the game. Like if I were to tell you each week in the NFL, bro, and like I just showed you who won the turnover margin, you could almost pick game for game who wins the game. That's how important turnover margin is in the NFL. If you get 3 turnovers, one team gets 3 turnovers, the other team gets 0, 95% of the time, the team that had the 3 turnovers wins the game, bro. So the fact that the Commanders had 0 turnovers and turned the ball over 3 times and were, you know, fumbled, wet ball fumble away from winning the game, like I think goes to show you that they are probably the better team. But like I said, you are what your record says, man. They lost the game. Careless error by JD5. Y'all know, like, and I love JD5. I don't think there's any bigger fan of Jaden Daniels than me right now, right? But y'all know how I feel about like teams taking on the character of their leadership, right? I think when I say leadership, I think it really comes down to head coach, quarterback. And as much as I love Jaden Daniels, bro, he kind of plays with, you know, that California swag, bro, that laissez-faire, like I ain't never tripping attitude, especially early in games, bro. Like, you know, he threw the pick, he on the sideline laughing, joking, he chilling, bro. He not worried. He's not worried. And because of that, the team's not worried. They always feel like they got a chance. what ends up happening because of that, you get off the slow starts. And when you're down 13-0, 14-0, you're not really tripping because you still in the game. You still got a chance because of who you got on the sideline with you. That's a problem I see, like, out of the Commanders. Consistent slow starts this season. Always battling back from 13, down 14, down 13. Now, played a good team, the Chargers, came back from down 13. But the next week, you playing the Bears, a worse team, and you don't got enough to come back because, turnovers working against you, right? So it's one of those things where I feel like that's really got to get cleaned up. I could go on and on about the defense, but this team's not going to win games because of its defense, bro. They're like bottom of the league in forcing turnovers, but now they're bottom of the league in pass yards allowed. Bottom half of the league in rush yards allowed. They're not going to win because of their defense. They're going to win because of their offense. And Jaden going to have to be Superman once again if the Commanders are holding on to any of those hopes of the playoff game, which I think they'll do.
Hey, I don't even want to get into the Commanders defense. I literally need a whole nother podcast for that. But as far as Jaden, I got to give some pushback here though, because I'm seeing it a little different than you. So I feel like I hear you with the slow starts and all that, but at the same time, they did come back and they were up 2 scores. What was it, 13 points, I believe? I think it was, or 11 points. They were 24-13 at one point. Like, and I get the fumble at the end and all that was critical, but I just feel like Jay Daniels is the reason that the Commanders were about to win the game. Like, the defense wasn't good. The defense hasn't been good. Jaden put them in position to win. So I know a lot of people are putting the blame on Jaden and a slow start. I've seen that go around, but I just feel like, Jaden is so far from the problem.
What do you mean you see that going around? It's not something that you see going. It's something that's happening, bro. It's a fact, bro. Like, we getting off the slow starts consistently. It has been, and honestly, it was a problem last season that was masked by Jaden Daniels, but and oftentimes wasn't his fault when we got off the slow starts last season. But this game,
that's what I'm saying. I still don't believe it's
this
Jaden's
game is
fault.
no question his fault that we got to a slow start. We in the red zone and he throws a pick. Like, that is the reason for the slow start. Like,
right. But what was the reason for the pick? Over aggressiveness. So he's trying to correct the slow start.
But he threw the ball
by being over aggressive.
But he threw it, we're not going to defend a horrible pick, bro. We can't do that.
I'm not defending it at all.
That was a horrible
pick. I'm not defending the pick at all.
But you're saying
this is comedy gold right now.
His aggressiveness led to a slow start on the offense, bro. Like, we didn't score any points and we're down 13-0 to the Bears. And that is, like, we were already in the hole versus the Bears. Like, and I love Jaden, but, like, Jaden, as much as he's the reason we were in this game, he's equally the reason we lost the game. Like, we had 3 turnovers. 2 of them were 100% Jaden's fault. Like, 100% his fault. Like, we can't say, like, oh yeah, the pick. We can't say the fumble wasn't his fault. We can't say the pick wasn't his fault.
We're not. I'm not saying that those things aren't his fault, but I'm also saying that we're not putting the majority of this loss on Jake Daniels when he was the majority of the reason that you were about to win it.
Goes both ways.
Right. It goes both ways. I agree, like, from an offensive standpoint.
Right,
like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, you live and die. This team lives and dies by Jaden Daniels. There's no 2 ways around it. So if you're telling me that Jaden made mistakes, but the rest of the team made mistakes, but Jaden also did things to put them in position to win, to me, the rest of the team needs to step up more.
I do agree. Jaden put them in position to win, but while they were in position to win, he single-handedly fumbled away the position to win. like there's no getting around it. Now, the defense comes out and gets a stop. That would have been great, but we already know we don't have the defense to come out and get that stop. And that, like, I just
don't think it's crazy to ask someone else to step up.
I don't think it's crazy either. I mean, it's a team sport, but, like, when you rely on a player the way we rely on Jaden, bro, that fumble is inexcusable. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I don't go back to that fumble and be like, man, we can afford to fumble that. Like, you can't afford to fumble that ball, bro. Like, you just can't. That was inexcusable, and that's the reason we lost the game in the day. If that fumble doesn't happen, we don't lose the game. Facts.
I mean, you can say that about so many plays in almost any game now, but I get it.
Yeah, but only very few plays happen in the last minute 30 seconds, dog.
I mean, if Quan Martin makes a tackle when you're up 2 scores, you don't lose the game.
But that didn't happen in the last minute 30 seconds, dog. Like, minute 30 seconds, like, you can't fumble the ball right there, bro. Sorry, bro. Like, and I love Jaden, but I got to be real about that.
Any haters got any thoughts on the Commanders loss?
This is comedy gold right now. Y'all could keep on arguing about this.
I'm about to say, I don't got no hate, man. I thought Bryce was rather objective, and what I see, I could check your location. You must be in Egypt, bro. The way you in denial, bro, because like it's crazy what I'm hearing, bro. This man could just do no wrong for you, because it's like, oh yeah, he threw a pick. He's being aggressive. He's trying to help the situation. No one doubted his intentions. I'm sure he thought it was a good throw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he thought it was a good throw at all. And I didn't say that was helping the situation. I said he was trying to actively have a prevent a slow start by being aggressive. That was a mistake. That's not a positive thing. That's not defensive, Jaden Daniels.
It was like you were like it was I don't know, it was painted a certain way from how I saw it. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but like, you know, what I saw, it was interesting. You know, here's two things I'm gonna say regarding this situation. One, you know, there was some truth to what Bryce said. You know, attitude does reflect leadership. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I like the fact that he's like that way, but maybe the slow start thing, I believe him.
I like it too, though. I like the fact that he's that way too.
Yeah, I do.
Shit don't get to him.
Yeah, for sure. The second thing is accountability. You know, leaders take accountability.
Jaden definitely took accountability, bro.
Yeah. That's what you want. So, like, you know, like Bryce was right. Like, you know what I'm saying? They fumbled the ball, bro. They didn't fumble the ball. They won that game, bro. Like, I'm watching the game, bro. I'm telling you, if they didn't fumble the ball, they won the game. Objectively, I can tell you that. But it's not all on Jaden. Like, the Bears played pretty well. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, like at the end of the day, he did fumble the game. But like, you know, but here's my thing: is like, if you want to give him the glory, you got to give him those moments too, bro. That's all about life and learning, bro. Like, that's how you become great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't think that those moments aren't going to make him better and he's gonna grow from that? Sure. But then not if you're over here telling him it's all good, man, you know, shit never happened. You're just being aggressive. Like, nah. You got to have some accountability out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I like that. But, you know, I did tell y'all about Ben Johnson. I did tell y'all Ben Johnson offense was going to get better. I did tell y'all that Caleb Williams was doing pretty good this season. And I also did say that Commanders was going to lose this week, because I told you just the karmic energy in the air. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams.
I want to hear the karma shit, man.
That clap back, man. Y'all won the game last year with the Hail Mary craziness, and it was only right that karma just came back and said, you know what, let's humble these guys a little bit. We just gonna pull the ball out of his hands, bro. It's like, Jaden, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just luck going the other way, bro. They give it and they take it. But you know, I do agree. I do think y'all are the better team. Between those two teams, I think y'all are the better team. Y'all should have won that game, bro.
I feel like we showed that too. I feel like we low-key showed that we were the better team. It's just like, but you're not really the better team if you lose, honestly. So it's hard for me to even say that. But like, you know, we are better than the Bears, dog. Like, we'll be there at the end of the season, and the Bears probably will not, bro. If I'm being honest, we'll see how it shakes. But I don't see the Bears making any sort of run to the postseason, bro. I just don't see it.
I don't think the Bears division way too tough for them to make a legit run.
Man, I don't care. If they was in the NFC South, bro, they could be in any division. They're not making a run. That team is like, bro, like Caleb Williams, bro, is so much worse than Jaden Daniels. Like, I'm so happy we have Jaden Daniels over Caleb. Some of the shit that Caleb was missing, bro, some of the wide open shit he was missing, some of like the simple plays he don't even see. Like, bro, I'm so happy we have Jaden Daniels, dog. I'll just say that.
Caleb definitely does too much. He does way too much. He definitely misses the simple stuff, and that's going to come back to bite him eventually. Maybe he'll start hitting it over time. But keeping it pushing and staying in the NFC East, though, man, the Commanders weren't the only team that took a surprising L. The Eagles took an L as well to the Giants, but that wasn't enough to get G back in blue. But the Eagles definitely took that L. So let's discuss that and what that means for Philly. I believe they're 4-2, still on top of the division, though. So, Scruff, man, any panic in Philly?
No, sir. We acting like we don't do this. This didn't happen last. We had moments like that. Philly does have these moments, man. You know, where they'll lose a couple games. Everybody be acting like the sky is falling.
And that's why I brought up the Bills thing, man, because I wonder if they're acting like the sky is falling in Buffalo. I mean, according to G, he thinks they need to go trade and get a receiver. But I don't think in Buffalo that they feel that way. I think they feel just fine. And I think in Philly, we should feel fine too. There are some concerns. There are some concerns. Before I get into that, though, I do want to give some credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? To the Giants, bro. The Giants played a good game, bro. And I'll tell you what, when you're rebuilding something, and maybe the Tennessee Titans should take some notes, but when you're rebuilding something, you need to change the energy in the room. You need to change the funk in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? And what you do, how you do that, is you bring in guys like Scatterboo that's fucking banging their head against the lockers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's good energy into the room. Jackson Dart has exactly what Daniel Jones did not. You know, he got that swag, that New York, you know what I mean? He can handle it out. He can handle himself out there. And that's why Daniel Jones out in Indiana. Perfect spot for him. But anyway, back to the Eagles. So there are some concerns. All right. So first of all, shout out to the Baldy this week. I did do the Baldy, but I gotta call out my guy, the Bald Eagle, Zach Bond, bro. Zach Bond got exposed, bro. The worst game I've ever seen him play. And now, granted, this man played out of his mind last season, and he deserved the contract that we gave him. But he looked foolish on several plays. Scatterboo made him look stupid. Punished him a couple times, bro, for a touchdown, I think once. And then like Dart juked his ass out of his shoes, bro. So like, yo, tough game, bro, for the Eagles, bro. It reminded me defensively, it reminded me of not last season, like the season before we got Fangio, when we just wasn't tackling anybody. Like we just like letting dudes up the field, like, okay, fuck it. Like nobody wanted to tackle Scatterboo because he was just fucking bulldozing folks, bro, by the end of the game, bro. And that is something, bro. That is something, and that is energy. And I am a little concerned about that. Now, it is fixable. The issue is this, right? In the interim, the bleeding, it might not stop right away. I'm being really realistic. Mitchell's our best corner by far. Feel me? The other corners, they can't stop anything, bro. Nothing. That's going to be flowing water next week, bro. The receivers. So that's trouble, right? That smells like trouble. So I'm just being honest with you. Defensive line. Jalen Carter's our best player on the defensive line. He was out. Right, so best interior lineman, best corner. Combo is bad. That's a bad combo. And then you got your middle linebacker out here getting punished by a rookie running back and a rookie quarterback. So like that's concerning for sure. But you know,
I don't want to cut you off, bro, but it's just getting too hilarious, bro. Like there's so many concerns. But last week at around this exact time, you said y'all were gonna go on a 3-0 streak, bro. Oh, Giants fight with Giants. 3-0 in that stretch. Now we have so many concerns.
Gotta love how quickly they changed. And Scrub started off saying he was giving credit. I thought he was gonna give me credit because like the way he called us losing, I definitely called the Eagles losing live last week. And y'all thought I was crazy. Yeah. But, you know, the thing about the Giants run right now, and Scrub made an interesting point. He said that Jackson Dart is built for New York, bro. I got to rewind y'all back to 2019, right, when Daniel Jones made his debut for the Giants. It looked like he was made for New York at that time, too. All right, Daniel Jones made his Giants starting debut, came out the gate with about 300-something passing yards, couple tuds, no picks. Next game, struggled a little bit, but still, I think, got the win. And the game after that, another 300-yard game. Like he was looking built for it early on. So I'm gonna temper my expectations of Dart right now. It's still early in that man's career, and we don't really know what Jackson Dart is, bro. Very small sample size. I know he's saving Brian Dable's life right now. He gave Brian Dable a lifeline, that's for sure.
Hey man, Dart is not Daniel Jones. That is also for sure.
Bruh, you mean a good way or a bad way? Which way do you mean?
Yeah.
I think Dart might end up being worse than Daniel Jones.
I mean, I think
Daniel Jones' start in New York was great.
Daniel Jones had a couple good years in New York. I think got unnecessary hate in New York, to be honest. But I think Dart will end up being better in New York than Jones was.
So I sent Rome a video. I found out the secret, right? I found out the secret to why Daniel Jones is. There's two things why he going crazy, right? One, he started taking Adderall towards the end of his term with the Giants. He looked. I know what it looks like. You know what I mean? He's very focused. A little too late into the game, right? So then he goes to Minnesota, right, with Kevin O'Connell. I was watching the video. He said he was watching the way that they prepare and the way that they do things and the way he be analyzing the game and whoop-de-whoop. Basically, he said that helped him get to the next level, being with O'Connell for a year, right? And I believe it. O'Connell seems to have a little something going on with the quarterback situation up there, quarterback whisperer. And then he goes to Indiana, perfect spot. Vanilla ass town, right? So boom, and he killing it, bro. So yeah, I do agree. I mean, I think Daniel Jones is one of the top. I'm just gonna sound crazy. I think Daniel Jones might be one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league right now. All right. So yeah, he's not. Jackson Dart's not better than him. You're damn right, he's not better than him. Daniel Jones might be in the MVP conversation if we're being completely honest.
I will be shocked.
He's not better than him now.
Rookie season. I'd be shocked if Jackson Dart has a better rookie season than Daniel Jones had. I'd be shocked.
Might not. But what I mean by the Jackson Dart thing is he's built from New York. Is he just got that swag, that aura, that energy, that bravado, and we know damn well Daniel Jones does not have that. Okay.
Yeah, not even a little bit. All right, keeping it pushing, man. Let's talk about some of these week 7 matchups though coming up. Or I guess we kind of already got into it a little bit there with Scrub. The Eagles do have the Vikings, and he mentioned a ton of injuries on that Eagles defense, and that Vikings offense is going to potentially feast, in my opinion. So, G, I want to get your thoughts on this matchup, man. If you can, give us the over/under on that, and who you got.
Jalen Carter playing or no?
It's too early to tell. I would say he's probably going to play, though. What was he out with last week?
With the Giants. They had him with what was it, like a bruised heel?
Yeah. I think that's what I remember.
He'll probably play this week.
He's questionable.
Okay, they got wow. Okay. They're giving the Eagles the -1.5. The over/under is at 43.5. I'll take the over.
Yeah, Mitchell also questionable.
I'll take the over. Give me Philly to win though. Bounce back game for Philly.
Hey, if Mitchell can play and he's traveling with Jefferson, I think that could neutralize it. I think Jefferson still eats, but I think that'll be a nice neutralizer. I would take Philly if Mitchell plays. If Mitchell not playing, I'm taking Minnesota.
None of the Vikings running backs are aggressive runners. I think they're more finesse runners. Give me Philly to win. I got Philly covering.
Yeah, man. When Scrub said the Eagles were gonna go 3-0 last week, I think in the moment I told him, nah, it's probably more like 1-2, and I'm sticking with that. This is another loss for the Eagles, back-to-back L's. Vikings will get the best of them.
So wouldn't it be 0-3?
No, I said 1-2. No, like Scrub said they were going to go 3-0 over this stretch between.
Yeah.
Oh,
Giants,
after the Denver game.
After the loss.
Giants, Vikings, Giants, right? That's their schedule. Scrub said 3-0. I said 1-2 at the time. I'm sticking with that. They'll lose to the Vikings. Brian Flores will scheme them up. Best in the game at doing it. He's going to have Jalen Hurts' number. And they'll bounce back against the Giants in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but who in the Vikings defensive line is going to cover Saquon?
Bro, who covered Saquon for the Giants? Saquon covered himself. I told y'all, man, they gave that man 300 carries last year, bro. They sucked away his prime like a Monstars basketball. All right.
Pause. But I heard you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not it, bro. That's not it.
I mean, but like I said, I got Philly covering, man. I don't see Philly losing three games in a row. Fuck no. Not this.
I ain't go. Oh yeah, they would be 3 because they lost to the Broncos, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't.
Hey, bro. I don't know why you can't see that. It ain't last year. It ain't last year's Philly, bro. If you
I get it. It's like what was it? 10 guys from the same from that defensive side. They lost.
Bro, you know what, bro? I knew it was over for Philly when they win 4 straight tush pushes. I said it's over for these dudes, man. That's all they got, bro. That was the moment right there. I'm like, dog, That shit was sad. That shit was sad, bro. Very sad to see.
Right.
So
yeah. I have some major issues with the play calling, man. I was major issue with the play calling. I was watching some breakdowns of them, and luckily the defensive coordinator for the Vikings probably don't watch our podcast, but like the truth of the matter is, they're basically running out of the same three formations and they doing the same stupid ass motions. And that dumbass play that we got picked off at the end, we ran that shit like 5 times, bro. Like they so predictable, bro. They're so predictable, bro. And this dude Kevin Petula, bro, he's clearly in over his head, bro.
But bro, y'all were predictable last season. Y'all were predictable as hell. Y'all were the most predictable.
We were scheming up a lot better last season. I was looking at a lot of shit, bro.
Bro. Saquon was on God level. Saquon was on God level last season.
Whatever.
But it was because of the way we was running the scheme, bro. We're not doing that right now.
No, it was because of the way that offensive line was blocking and Saquon was on God level, bro. If Saquon was the same Saquon from last year.
Bro, Saquon had some burst, but say you acting like Saquon lost his burst. He had some moments in that game, but it wasn't like they know what's coming, bro.
I don't think Saquon lost his burst, but I would say like he's not the same guy and he could get it back and maybe just taking a little time, but he's not the same guy I saw last season, bro. He's not turning 10s into 30s and 30s into 60s. He's turning like, 4s into 8s. You know what I'm saying? He don't got them afterburners like he did last year, bro. I'm sorry. He's not jumping over anyone backwards in midair this season, bro. It's not happening. That's not the Saquon we getting this year, bro. I'm sorry. He was on another level.
Madden cover curse.
You might be onto something right there.
Nah, but let's keep it pushing to another matchup this weekend. Another NFC East team staying in the NFC East tonight. The Commanders just had that bad loss on Monday night. Now it is officially on to Dallas, who I think is what is their record? 2-1 or something. They had the tie with the Packers.
2-1.
Dallas is like they're not out of the mix just yet, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is what do y'all think of Dallas? What are y'all making of the Cowboys, man? Are they going to be making any noise around December and playoff time, or are they just kind of flopping around right now? Scruff, I'll start with you on that.
Oh my God.
Middle of the pack, man. Middle of the pack. They fall into that category for me. Middle of the pack. Middle of the pack teams, just like the Panthers, you know what I mean? Just like the Falcons, just like the Bears, you know what I mean? Like they're all in that same category for me. So what that means, they're gonna be exactly what you said. What you doing? What you guys doing? Just hanging out, you know what I'm saying? We hanging around, like, we're not losing all our games, we're not winning all our games, we're just hanging around right in the middle. You know what I mean? And that is exactly who they are this season, right? Because the defense fucking sucks, right? That's the first part, right? Jerry Jones' pride ruined this season, but they were probably already ruined before it started. But he made it worse, all right? Because the defense is not good. Right? They can't stop anybody. Matter of fact, like completely honest with you, I'm starting every quarterback in fantasy football against, like, I brought Bryce Young up for my taxi squad to play him against the Dallas Cowboys because I said, he's gonna go off this week, and I never said that about Bryce Young, bro. And like against Dallas, guarantee he's gonna go off. So next week for Jaden Daniels, bro, great fantasy football week for Jaden Daniels, bro. He about to go crazy next week, bro. So guarantee he's gonna have a bounce back game. Now, does that mean y'all gonna win the game? I don't know, because like it's gonna be one of those shootout type of games. And if there's a turnover situation, that could end up being costly too. And Dallas is at home, so I really feel like this game could go either way.
You got an over/under on that one?
Ooh, I think this is going to be a shootout. Even Vegas thinks it's going to be a shootout, fellas. It has this game at 55.5.
Damn.
Yeah, there's no question it's going to be a shootout. It's two bad defenses.
I mean, clearly, but I think you guys have the better defense. I think your defense is like your front line is a lot better than Dallas's front line. But it has the Commanders at -1.5. Ooh. Give me. Damn, I don't even think it's gonna come down to who quarterback plays better. Which quarterback doesn't throw that interception? Is it going to be Jalen that doesn't throw the interception, or is it going to be Dak that doesn't throw that interception?
Damn, it opened at 48.5, though. Wish I would have caught that.
And it jumped. So people were buying the under out of that, or buying the over.
As they should.
Buying the over so much that they had to throw it up. Then if it doesn't come back to the quarterbacks, and come back, who has the better offensive receivers? And you got to give me Dallas on this. Give me Dallas, but Dallas win by 1 point. I can't see Dallas. They're gonna it's gonna really come down to whoever has the ball last. But I think Dallas will have the ball last. Give me Dallas at home.
Yo, George Pickens has been going
Crazy.
Yeah, George Pickens has been going crazy, but part of the reason he's been going crazy is because CD Lamb's been out, and CD Lamb looking like he's coming back. So it's going to be a little more even distribution of the football.
Just imagine with both of them, because now he has a guy that knows the offense.
That's going to open things up for CD because you can't really leave him open downfield, like you know what I'm saying? Because he's like a super duper problem down the field, especially in a 50-50 situation.
Yeah, it's concerning, but like the Cowboys they just lost to the Panthers, bro. Their defense is so bad, man.
Yeah, but the defense gave him a tie against Green Bay, and people thought Green Bay should have won that game.
But we both said this week, G, we was talking Green Bay's a fluke, bro.
Yeah, by mile.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
I couldn't agree with that more. I feel like Green Bay fooled us all in the first 2-3 weeks of the season. 2 weeks, I should say. First 2 weeks of the season, they were looking like something they was not. Man, I really think that the Commanders win this game. And one of the main reasons I say that is because this has turned into a must-win for the Commanders. Right? You can't lose this game if you're a Commanders, bro. If you still got this holding on to this hope of a deep playoff run that was promised before the season, the Super Bowl odds that were promised before the season, on the heels of an NFC Championship appearance, right? This is now a must-win after losing to the Bears. So I got Commanders coming out on top of this one. I'm telling y'all, it wouldn't shock me if Commanders end up blowing the Cowboys out. It wouldn't shock me, bro. Commanders can do this thing where if you're a bad team, they beat up on you, bro. They did it all last season. I think the Cowboys are a bad team. I think it's going to show itself. But Rome did ask the question earlier, like where the Cowboys kind of stack up in the NFC or the NFC East, and that has everything to do with the division, bro. We know. Last 20 years, it's been a new NFC East division winner every single season, bro.
No, I think the Eagles broke that streak.
They didn't break that streak. They didn't break that streak. It's been a new winner every single season for like almost 20 straight years, bro. It's gonna be a new winner this year, and that means it's either gonna be the Commanders or it's gonna be the Giants. The Commanders or the Cowboys.
But we were still made the playoffs.
Yeah, y'all didn't win it back to back, but it's either gonna be the Commanders or it's gonna be the Cowboys. And that would mean for it to be the Cowboys, that would mean that the Eagles really shit the bed, and the Commanders just aren't who they were promised to be at the start of the season. So the Cowboys' playoff hopes really is dependent on how the rest of the division shakes out. If these two, teams that were supposed to be playoff locks in the division end up becoming something different.
Man, the thing that makes me nervous about the Cowboys game, as far as the Commanders are concerned, is the secondary. Corners for the Commanders, I'm not too worried about, but them safeties, I'm extremely worried about, man. CD Lamb, if he plays, Pickens, they love going deep. Dak's not afraid to throw it deep, and the safeties have not looked great at all this season. Darnell Savage has been on the team for 2 weeks, and I would say he's probably playing some of the best safety on the team, and that's not necessarily a compliment. So, I mean, I think it's definitely going to be a shootout. I would still take the over even at 55.5. I can see this being one of the highest scoring games of the season. So I don't think the Cowboys defense is going to stop the Commanders, even if Terry's still out. But, yeah, like Bryce said, it's definitely a must-win for the Commanders, so they got to get it done.
Higher than the Ravens and Bills.
Got real points.
I got y'all losing this game. Just I didn't go out with that proclamation. I'm looking through everything here. And I do think y'all gonna lose this game.
How about Scary Terry? He's coming back?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. Zach Ertz was good playing with you guys. Like, I'm not a Commanders fan, but like Zach Ertz is like the resurrection of Zach Ertz right now is looking like if you have him to score a tub this week, I think this is a week is a must. Him and Ferguson, 2 tight ends to score a tub.
Crazy, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. 2 tight ends to score tubs this week in your parlays. Those are my guarantees this year. Ferguson and Zach Ertz.
It's interesting to me. So let's just play a quick little scenario. The Commanders. Let's say the Commanders lose to the Cowboys. Scruff and G, y'all picked the Cowboys. So do you guys think the Commanders are just done? Would you say the season's a wash?
No,
after that, I think they got
nobody's season is a wash, bro.
Hold on. Win the division. My personal opinion is a divisional game at home.
After we played Dallas, we traveled Monday night to Kansas City. So that could potentially be 2 L's and we could fall to 3 and 5. And I'm just objectively speaking, because obviously as the Commanders guy, I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm just interested to see what y'all are thinking.
Well, that's actually really tough. That's tough for you because if y'all play the Chiefs afterwards, that's not looking good.
No, but wait, y'all got the Chiefs win like on a Thursday night?
Monday night.
Ooh.
If Scary Terry plays that game, y'all got a shot to win that game.
Is that on home or on the road?
It's in Kansas City.
Ooh.
The Commanders have a tough little stretch. That's why I was throwing this out there.
Man,
3 and 5 hole is tough to come back out of.
As long as 5 is out there, bro, we alive in every single game, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all that. As long as 5 on that team, bro. If we got 5,
I agree with you guys because the fucking Kansas City Chiefs, they don't play well against mobile quarterbacks. That's been a proven fact. The defensive line can't contain those boys. Can't contain that one particular style of player. So you guys have a fighting chance. And if you guys don't bring Scary Terry in for this Dallas game, the same for the Chiefs games, you guys have a good shot of winning that game. And I personally don't believe. I think in this division, except for the Giants, that everybody else is going to go 1-1 against their respective team in their division. I think you guys are both these 3 teams are going to beat the Giants out. And in my except for the Eagles now, but from here on out, it's 1-1.
Nah, you tripping, bro. Same thing, bro. The same thing applies to them. I think it's going to be a situation where I think we're going to look in these NFC standings in maybe 2 weeks, and everybody's going to be within 1 game of each other.
I mean, it's looking like that right now.
Like the Giants too.
Fuck no.
They might be 2 games back, but like Dallas, Philly, and Commanders are going to be like virtually in the same spot where they're going to be like, y'all going to feel like Dallas could win the division. You're going to feel like y'all could win the division. You're going to feel like we could win the division. Like legit. Like next week, watch. We're going to be 4-3 because we're probably going to lose.
We're gonna handle business against Dallas, bro. And I do get your concern, G, about no Scary Terry, but like we was talking about the quarterbacks earlier that can win with anybody, bro. Jaden is just one of those guys, bro.
I need your rookie to stop fucking fumbling, get his shit together to running back, because I want to start him so bad.
Bill killed me with that. Bill killed me with that fumble, bro.
Yeah, that's what they call him, Bill Kill, because he's killing himself.
But Jaden can get it done with any receiver. You can bring a receiver in off the street, bro. Jaden gonna get it done with him, bro. Like you said, Zach Ertz is reviving his career. This is because of Jaden Daniels, bro.
How about Browns? He's coming back.
Young boy. No, we don't got Brown no more.
I thought you
Noah.
Oh, you talking about Noah? Oh yeah. Nah, Noah. I like talking about De'Ami. Yeah, Noah, probably not coming back either. So both of them will probably be out. But our young boys, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, like. You got Jaden on there. You got Jaden in there, bro. He gonna get the receivers the ball. Chris Moore, bro. Like, bro, Jaden drops dimes, bro. It really don't matter who's out there. As long as 5 is out there, we gonna have a shot against everybody. I think we get right against the Cowboys.
You saying the McCaffrey brother? You think he's a good waiver wire pickup this week against Dallas? Because if we're saying this is gonna be this high scoring game, he's gonna give you guaranteed. It's gonna be 10 points right there.
I'll say this: he's had a touchdown in 3 of his last 4 games.
He looks good, bro.
You just heard that. That's a rare wire pickup. If you can pick him up.
I was talking to a lot of Commanders fans this offseason. They were saying like they waiting for him to do something, significant, and he has. I think he's, the McCaffreys was like, well, let's get him on a regimen, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They clearly have a system with they guys. They said, let's get this guy right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, eventually he's gonna get there.
Yeah, Luke finally having his breakout year, man. It's about time. It was definitely due time. But keeping it pushing, man, to the final topic before we get out of here. Scruff, I know you had some NBA sleepers coming up on this NBA season, man. So let's get into it, man.
Oh man. First thing first.
you want to get some early shit out there, bro. Jaylen Brown about to go crazy this year, like maybe like MVP type shit. You know what I mean? So let's get that out there first. Another breakout person, hometown dude for y'all. Alex Sarr about to go crazy this year, bro. Like he might also be in that defensive of the year, defensive first team conversation. Because I mean, it's just small sample size, but in summer league he averaged like 5 blocks a game, bro. Like so, like obviously it was only like 3 games, but like if he averaged like 3 something, it's gonna be crazy. So I think he's gonna be really good. Like not all-star level, but like like 18 and like 8, 9, 10, maybe like a couple blocks, like filling up the stat sheet for real. And he's starting to knock down that 3-pointer at the end of the season, bro. I feel like he's gonna be something to watch. Another one I would throw out there, Andrew Nemhard, for the Pacers. This dude just keep balling, bro. He's a baller, bro. Halliburton out for the season, or most of the season, whatever. So he's gonna be in a big role. Another person I'll throw out there for Boston is the kid Anthony Simons. He's got poor taste in women.
I like that.
Poor taste in women, but he's got a great game. Package he's got
work.
He is, man. Who are you out here messing with the same girls, bro? And other people, man. Well, anyway, bro. He got the he low key.
Poor taste of women is crazy work, bro. Damn.
Yeah, man. I mean, out here messing with these stocks, bro. But yeah, nah, he nice though. He was looking. He did put the shot over there the other day in the preseason. He looked like smack like they copied and pasted Dame Lillard in the green jersey, bro. Like he got some elements of his game, rival of Dame Lillard. This kid did average 20 plus last season, so I think he's gonna go crazy on the Celtics.
And you know what? The Celtics got a way of finding those type of players that's like right before they hit their prime. Same thing they kind of did with Derek White. You know what I'm saying? Get a player right before they prime by the start. I can see him going super crazy, bro. That's a good call.
Yep.
Take him out.
And then like I hate to say the obvious, but like this might be the year that Wembanyama go crazy, like through the roof, out of this world type shit. Because like the shit I've been seeing in the preseason, highlight wise, just from an anomaly and I don't even know if I'm saying the right word, but so out of the ranges shit that I've seen, he been blocking shit and dunking it and shit, doing some wild shit. I've been seeing crazy highlight plays, bro. So he's gonna have a lot of crazy highlight plays. It's gonna be hard for him to not be, I would say, in the MVP conversation, but he's gonna walk away with some kind of hardware at the end of the season. It's probably gonna be Defensive Player of the Year.
He look like he ready to be dominant, bro. Like he finally ready to use like his frame to his advantage and stop being like that perimeter guy.
He looks much stronger. You know what I mean? Like everything looking good, like it's coming together, bro.
I'm still a little nervous. I'm still a little nervous to call it, bro. I'm still a little nervous to say he MVP. I don't know, bro. I don't know if he's
not ready to go MVP yet. But impact, he's gonna be an impact player this year. And if they can play winning basketball, that's really all I really need to see from them. Winning basketball. But yeah, that's what I got.
I got a few of them too before we get out of here. I gotta start with my man. I'm calling him OZ this year, man. My man OZ stands for Ozempic Zion. All right, Ozempic Zion about to go crazy this year, bro. My man Zion Williamson came back looking like a new man, bro. I know he on the O. I know he on the O, bro.
Yeah, definitely
on the O, bro. He not fooling me, but OZ about to go crazy. I'm expecting big things from Zion. Hopefully he doesn't make me look too crazy about that wild take I had when him and Luka first came out. All right. Another guy I'm expecting big things from is the other Thompson twin. Everybody loving Amen. I think this is a SARS year to start ascending to that Amen level. We'll see how that works out. And then last guy I got for a breakout candidate. Man, I loved him last year, bro. I was hoping the Wizards found a way to get him in last year's draft. Matas, bro. Matas Buzelis from the Chicago Bulls, bro. Matas about to go crazy, dog. That boy is a dog, bro. He a dog. And I feel like the Bulls don't really have like no star power, so it's like a perfect situation for him to really break out. I feel like he showed signs of it last season. But if you can get him late in fantasy basketball drafts, bro, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the production you get from Buzelis this year. So those are my 3 guys.
I'll throw one more out there. Josh Giddey gonna go crazy this year too. Like he's gonna be a walking triple double type shit.
Oh, Zippy Zion is crazy. That'd be crazy. I'm interested to see what Zion do this year too, though. G man, you got any NBA sleepers?
I got a question for you guys. Is Luka finally going to win the MVP and not be the hype that we always been thinking about him winning it? Because every time the race pulls up, he's never in your top 3, top 5 maybe, but never the top 3 in the conversation. Is Anthony Edwards officially going to ascend to MVP talk and not that the mediocre talk to where we're calling him the face of the league? Like, are these 2 guys going to ascend to be better than what we're normally thinking of them just yet or not? You guys tell me.
Yeah, I feel like as long as Luka playing with Bron, it's going to be tough to get MVP. Anthony Edwards need to be the one that really show out this year. I think Anthony Edwards got a shot at MVP this year. We'll see though, man. For a guy like Anthony Edwards to get MVP, he got to average close to 30 at that 2 guard position. He's not like he's getting crazy assists or rebounds. So, I'm gonna say Luka probably got the better chance over Anthony Edwards.
How about my boy?
Definitely got the better chance out in LA. I think LA wants Luka to ascend to that. Like, I mean, not that, obviously they want Ant to ascend to that too, but I'm saying like it's almost like Luka's going to be groomed into this MVP level player.
And my final question to you guys are we gonna is the league and the media gonna stop forgetting about Trae Young this year? Is Trae Young? I mean, I know Bryce is a Trae Young lover, and so am I. Pause, super pause. But are we gonna take the Atlanta Hawks as serious contenders coming to the season? I personally believe they're gonna win out in the East. They're my sleeper, if I'm being honest. I like what they did this all season. They built their backcourt. They got a little bit of championship mentality in the building. They've gotten some players that could like help them elevate. Because I don't think the Knicks are gonna go that far. I think the Knicks make it to the second round, but they don't get past the second round.
That's a good call though. I like
that's a wild one. I don't know the exact quote, but they say on paper, they look a lot better. But the thing about the game of basketball is not played on paper, bro.
Amen.
That's the figgity facts, bro. This guy, what's his name? Porzingis, right? How many games did he play last year? Does he play basketball? Like when he played like shit, bro. Like he don't play like that. So like I don't even know if he's gonna play in 25 games. So like if he plays 25 plus games, I'll be impressed. You feel me? I don't know what they're gonna get from him, bro. With that said, I do think they are an ascending team though. I like Trae Young. I like Risha Shea. Is that how you say his name?
I really like the Nikhil Alexander-Walker pickup, man. I feel like that was a huge under the radar pickup for them, bro. Because he balled out down the stretch last year for the Wolves, man.
Yeah. They made some good moves, bro. But win the East, hell no. And Porzingis is way too much of a question mark for me health-wise for me to say that they're gonna win the East. I don't know who's gonna win the East though. The East is relatively wide open, but it ain't that wide open, bro.
The East is open for sure.
I would say,
because think about it, all the top teams from last year, except like New York, are pretty much down like their top guy in the East.
Yeah, really, because like Pacers down their top guy, right? Celtics down their top guy.
New York's really the only team like returning their folks, and like this is a year where
maybe
like,
Cleveland. I think we're sleeping on Cleveland because they choke artists.
Giannis better make a statement this season. Straight up. This is a season where Giannis could fuck around and run away with an MVP award again.
That would be interesting. But, I mean, I don't know about the help they got around. That's going to bulldoze through some shit.
He's going in and out.
Yeah, I thought
that was my shit.
Nah, it's him. Oh, man, you probably say something that we would like wanted to hear, Nick. Repeat yourself.
I think the Celtics going to win the East.
Okay. That's not bad. Because I honestly I don't know why we're sleeping on Jaylen Brown. Like, he's some kind of scrub.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping on Jaylen Brown. I don't think that's crazy.
I think it's crazy, and I like Jaylen Brown a lot. Like, I think he's up there pretty close to Tatum level, but like with just one of them, I think that becomes a totally different team than it is with both of them, bro.
The East is completely wide open, though. Like
the ability to fill that roster, bro. They filled that roster up pretty well, bro. I'm telling you this. I know you might not see it right now, but Anthony Simons is going to be a very sufficient. He's not Jason Tatum, no, but like you could fill that in. You could fill that production in.
But they literally lost their bigs though. Horford moved on to Golden State. Horford was like the heart and soul of that team, and they lost Porzingis, who was like the wild card when they won their title. When they went on that playoff run, Porzingis was the wild card, and like I don't see them getting who the big man.
Damn, you know.
I gotta double check that because like
they got this dude Chris Boucher, you know, from Toronto.
Come on, bro. Okay, yeah, boy, prove it, bro. I mean,
the one that said that they be finding guys, bro. That might be a guy that they found, bro. That might be another one.
I mean, is he gonna be more like
starting for him? He's their starting center, Chris Boucher.
I don't know who the starter is. It might be.
Is it him or Luka Garza?
Garza, they got Garza.
Yeah, bro, it's him or Garza, I guess, bro. Like I don't got a lot of faith in they big.
Hey, you the one that said Garza was nice.
He said during his draft process, his draft is over.
I take that back. I don't know. I can't rock with those bigs, bro. That ain't an NBA. That ain't an NBA finals front court, bro. I'm sorry. That ain't.
I don't know about the bigs, bro.
I can't rock with them bigs, bro. Nah, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot, bro. I guess I got to go with Cleveland or some shit, bro. I don't know. This is fucked up. Now you know what?
Might be on to something, dog.
No, you know what? I got the team. G is on to something. It's gonna be a newcomer. But it's Orlando. It's gonna be Orlando.
I don't know. I mean, they were hurt all last year. I know you guys kept them talking about them during last year's show. They lost a lot of their key pieces.
That's the story. That's the actual story. Orlando to the Eastern Conference Finals. Paolo Banchero MVP.
Wow,
man, it's a lot of run the tape material being spit out here right now. We definitely gonna have to.
And we don't got to
run this back
on the show just right now to defute a lot of this stuff.
Nah, man, I'm excited for the season to get kicked off underway, man. But anything else anybody got before we get out of here?
Man, fuck the Yankees, you bitch ass motherfuckers. Y'all hurt my heart. Fuck y'all punk bitches. I hope y'all tires pop and everybody drive right past you, or you guys get stuck in some mud. Fuck you, cocksuckers. How y'all dare y'all break my heart? It's too early for this shit. I'm supposed to be watching baseball during October, damn near in November.
We tried to warn you, G.
Huh?
We tried to warn you. Told you way back in April, bro.
I'm just a stupid broad sometimes, man. I'm a dumb whore. Y'all said it yourself. I'm a dumb whore.
So you're gonna be an Indians fan next week?
Fuck, never that. I'm only loyal to the Yankees. But shout out to Seattle right now. Fuck the Blue Jays, you fucking bums. Can't even hit shit.
You're gonna be rocking with the Devil Rays by next Tuesday.
Yeah, don't disrespect me, man.
Y'all know how we end the show. Sports for the Crow.